Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the singer's eyes, the singer's only. Singer's eyes, the singer's only. Hey, you guys, it's Kristal Cherelle from Indie Artist School. Welcome to the Singer's Arsenal. Today, I wanted to talk about an amazing vocalist who's completely inspired me since I was a little girl. Today, I'm going to talk about Whitney Houston. I remember when I was sitting in the back seat of the car, in my car seat at the time. I was 3 years old, and I Will Always Love You was playing on the radio for the first time that I remember. And my mom was in the passenger seat. My dad was driving, and my mom was just belting in the car. She was loving it. And I remember looking over and hearing, such beautiful voices and singing along, before I even really knew much about anything in life. My first memory of singing was to Whitney Houston. So, my mom's no longer with us, and neither is Whitney, but their voices forever live in my heart. And I get a little emotional and choked up anytime I talk about Whitney Houston. Mostly because, I associate that with everything I learned, and through my mom too. She was one of her favorite vocalists. Sorry, guys. Woo! This is an emotional episode, apparently. But it's such a beautiful thing because I think that she shaped a lot of musicians. A lot of vocalists aspire to sing like her. And, everything that happened was hard on everyone. And it's hard for me to not associate all of that, together. But I must say, I wouldn't be the vocalist I am today without the inspiration of Whitney Houston and her talent, her skill, and her voice. She just had a tone, a quality, a skill set that's really unmatched by any other vocalist I ever heard. And I know I might sound partial and biased just because of the emotional connection between me associating her voice with my mother, being her biggest fan, and us singing her songs together. Like that was our thing. But I think it's very important as a vocalist that you are able to peel back the layers and see what it is that inspires you. So that's why today we're going to talk about Whitney Houston. Now it's about to get real. Listen, she could do no wrong vocally. I look up to her so much vocally. So the very first thing we're going to do is, first of all, I'm going to do this a little different. We're going to actually watch, and I'm going to be reacting to some footage of her live performances. I feel like there's nothing quite like that live performance. So the first step, the first reason why I love me some Whitney Houston is her vocal strength. That girl, man, the power on that woman, oh my goodness, she had so much strength and was able to last. She had stamina, and was able to have her power be honed. We're going to talk about the other things, but anyway, she knew exactly how to use her voice. She belted long, silky notes. Anyway, you know what? I'm talking too much. We're going to get right into it. Here we go. There it is again. She does something that I think is very amazing that I got to talk about. Not only is she is belting and singing very intricate runs while she's belting. It takes a lot of strength and power to be able to control that belt. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about her vocal runs in a minute, But yes, her power and her ability to control it is astounding, astounding. Yes. Okay, see, that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. The stamina that she did a run over and over again, and she had the power behind each time she did it. Like, it takes so much stamina and strength to be able to do that. And she's moving around like she she is into it, honey. That's the second thing that I love about Whitney is her emotions. She's always engaged. She doesn't do anything halfway. She's completely in the song. When I talk about emotions, for reference, for those of you who don't know, "I Will Always Love You" was originally written by Dolly Parton, and Dolly Parton wrote it and sang it. But when Whitney did it, it's like it really tugged on your heartstrings. She knew how to sing with dynamics, not just to say, "Hey, look what I can do," but to connect with the emotion. Look at her. Look at her. First of all, the amount of energy, like she's very engaged and connected with her emotions as she's singing, and she's projecting with so much energy and force, and she's very present in the song. I feel like that's very important. And she's also connecting with her musicians behind her. She's engaged. She's engaged fully. I love that about her. Listen, the thing about Whitney's vocal runs is she had her own sound. Her vocal runs are very specific. I'm not saying that's all she ever did, but I always know a Whitney vocal run, and that iconic vocal run that I'm always thinking about when I think of a Whitney vocal run is this one right here. There she goes.
Oh, yeah,
And she did it so effortlessly, like she didn't have to think about it. Like she mastered it, and she was like, yeah, it's all I do, the speed and the agility to be able to sing that run like that with so little effort like that. Amazing. Another thing that I really liked was how she sang those notes in her head voice, especially. Yes, there it is. Listen, I can't stress this enough. This woman had such mastery. This is the next step. The next reason why I love me some Whitney is she had true mastery of her head voice. I mean, it was very resonant. She's able to sing runs in there. There it is. Yes, Whitney had so much in her arsenal that she could use at any time. She could belt huge. She could sing vocal runs really quickly with fast agility in her head voice. She would shift between registers, her chest straight up into her head voice. Like the amount of control and mastery of your voice you have to be able to sing like Whitney is remarkable. I have been truly inspired by her. I'm just so thankful that I heard her voice when I was 3 years old in that car seat. And it really inspired me to want to learn how to develop my voice. If you want to learn how to develop your voice and get vocal tips sent to your inbox, visit indie-artist.teachable.com. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Don't forget to donate to this podcast by going to anchor.fm/thesingersarsenal/support. That's anchor.fm/thesingersarsenal/support. Well, you guys, until next time, have a wonderful day. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a singers